Hey guys, it's me, Rexrat and today instead of doing a normal redstone tutorials video, I decided to do kind of a snapshot video, kind of a update on what they've been doing type video, and today I'm going to be showing you every single thing, well not every single thing, but pretty much all of what they've added in the recent snapshots up until 13W21B. Now, the first thing we're going to start off with is the carpets, which as you can start off with the white one, and then add the colored dyes, just like you would wool, and make yourself some colored carpet. Now, they don't have a hitbox, which means whenever you step on them, you don't rise up a 1/16 of a block like you would with snow, but it still adds that good little decorative element that you can't really get with regular wool. Now, the next up, we have the stained hardened clay. Now, stained hardened clay is a variation of the hardened clay, which they added in one of the snapshots, and I'll be showing the crafting recipes for them at the end. And pretty much it has the same amount of colors that you would for the wool and the carpet and this. So yeah, stained clay and carpet. And the next thing that we have here is the coal block, the hay block, the stained clay block, not the stained clay, the hardened clay block, as we saw over here, and the lapis lazuli block. Now, I'm going to start off with the coal block, and the coal block is basically a compressed form of coal, and when used in a furnace, it can smelt seven times as much as one piece of coal. So instead of only smelting 8 blocks, it'll smelt 63 blocks. So almost a full stack. And now the next thing that we have here is the hay block. And the hay block, as you can see, is basically just hay. It has the same properties as wood and quartz in the sense that you can put it sideways and vertical. Horses interact with them, which I'll get into horses in a minute. So yeah, the hay block. And the next thing that we have here is the hardened clay block. Now, the hardened clay block, as we saw over here, can be dyed to pretty much any color of the rainbow in Minecraft, and it's basically just, I think it's similar to cobblestone, but you can't make weapons out of it. So it just adds that more decorative element, especially if you're doing like models of people's skins where they have weird colors and you just have to add a little bit paler of a color than regular wool. And so yeah, that's the hardened clay block. Now this is the lapis lazuli block. Now you're probably thinking, what's new about the lapis lazuli block? Well, as you may see, it is differently textured in the sense that before it looked a little bit more like this, looked a little bit rough. Now it has the clean borders on it and it's more organized blue on the end. So that's pretty much all they did for the lapis lazuli block. Now these 6 things I don't really know that much about, but I'll try and get through them as good as possible. Now first we're going to start with the horse armor. Now the horse armor, as far as I know, only comes in 3 varieties: the iron horse armor, gold horse armor, and diamond horse armor. Now the horse armor can be attached to a horse, which was also added to Minecraft. When you right click to get on a tamed horse and hit the inventory button, you can see there is the little ghost figure here and an empty block and just an inventory, which is your inventory. Now here you can put a saddle on it and the horse armor. Now before they changed it so that you can't put the saddle directly on it like a pig, and they also got rid of the horse saddle. And the next thing that they added was a change in texture for charcoal. Now, if you don't believe me, I'll just pick it up, and you can see it's charcoal. And basically, it's exactly the same as the regular charcoal that you know from before, except it's retextured. Okay, now the next thing that I'd like to add is something that is really, really minor and that you probably won't even notice, but, well, two things. One is that they got rid of the horse saddle that they had originally and now made it so that the regular pig saddle can be used for pigs and for horses. And the second thing is the new kind of animation, I'm not sure if it's old, but for saddles. When it's on an animal, you can see the tassels on the end, or whatever you call them, they kind of move around as the animal walks. And you probably saw it when I bumped them, they kind of flared out to the side. Now, they don't go forward and back like that, they kind of go in and out, which I think is kind of weird. So, yeah. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is the lead. Is that what it's called? Yeah, it's the lead. Now, the lead is used to, as you can see, secure a horse to a fence post. Now, whenever you look at the lead to try and break it, it won't show the hitbox for the fence post it's attached to or for the lead itself. But to break it, you just aim at the lead wrappings and left click, and it'll drop a lead. And to connect to a horse, you just right click the horse. And even if you switch to a different item or your hand, it'll still be attached to you. And then you just right click on a fence post and you can attach your horse to a fence post. So yeah, the lead. So one thing for the lead that I did not mention in the back with the crafting recipes is the crafting recipe for the lead. Now, the crafting recipe makes slime balls a whole lot more useful, but it also makes string a lot more difficult to obtain, especially if you want a horse. Now, the crafting recipe for it is just 4 string like this, and a slime ball in the middle, and you'll get 2 leads. And yeah, crafting recipe for leads. Now, the next thing that I want to tell you about is the name tag. Now, I don't know a whole lot about the name tag. All that I know is it is used for to nickname mobs without actually having to use an anvil to rename the spawn egg. But I'm not sure exactly how you do that. You can leave it in the comments if you know how to use it. But yeah, that's all of this stuff. Now, the last thing I want to show you guys is the crafting recipes for all those stuff that I've mentioned. Now, the first crafting recipe is for the hardened clay block. For the stained hardened clay block. Now, the crafting recipe for this is just 8 hardened clay block. I'm never going to get used to that. It's 8 hardened clay blocks in a square like you would a chest, and whatever dye you're choosing in the middle, and you'll get that color stained clay. So yeah, stained clay block. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is the coal block. Now the coal block, as you would probably expect, is crafted in the same way that you would any other block in Minecraft, like the redstone block or the Lazuli block. You just put 9 clay into the crafting bench as so, and you'll get the block of coal. So yeah, block of coal. Now the next thing I want to show you guys is the hay block crafting recipe. Now the recipe for this, as with the coal block, is pretty much how you would any other block. You just put 9 wheat in a crafting bench as so, and you'll get the hay block. So yeah, hay block. Now the last thing I want to show you isn't really a crafting recipe so much as how you get the hardened clay. Now, as you would expect, you take the you take a regular clay block, which you get by taking 4 clay blobby things that you would get from mining a regular clay block, and you put it in a furnace, and you'll get the hardened clay. And once you do that, you can use it to make stained clay, or you can just leave it as so and make a little adobe house. And I think it can be made into stairs. Let's check. No, it can't be made into stairs or into fences. So yeah, hardened clay block. Now the last thing I want to show you guys that they added in the Snapshot is something for armor. I mean, not armor, for weapons. Now you may notice for armor and stuff, you scroll over it, it just says the name, as for bows and arrows. But for swords, you scroll over it, and it'll have a little tab that says +6 attack, or +4, +5, +7, +4. Now, this is really helpful, especially if you're playing beginner Minecraft, and you just got it, and you're like, wondering how stuff is. I don't think it does it for... oh, it does. It shows the attack for all tools and weapons in Minecraft, except for hoes, because you can't use those for anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it for what they've added. But anyway, guys, that has been all of the pretty much everything that they've added into Minecraft in the recent snapshots. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and a comment, and if you really enjoyed it, subscribe for more gaming / Minecraft stuff. I've been Rexrat, and this has been my little horsey here, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!
Sway.